This is something that I think Royal Caribbean does so much better than NCL. Welcome back to the very unofficial travel guides. I'm Morgan, and today on Sunday Sofa Time, I'm going to tell you 5 things I loved about the Royal Caribbean Harmony of the Seas. It is Sunday, September 9th, and here I am, back in front of the red sofa, and talking about fun, cruise, travel-related things. No drama this week. And as I said, the subject of this video is the Harmony of the Seas, which at the time when I cruised on it, it was the biggest cruise ship
in the world.
It was also the first time that I went on a cruise by myself, which brought a whole sort of new kind of experience with it. And I have also made videos, and I think I've made Sunday Sofa Times about it actually, about the benefits of traveling alone. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about 5 things that I specifically loved about the Harmony of the Seas, about this class of ship. And the first one I wanted to tell you about is the cabin I had. When I cruised on the Harmony, I had a virtual balcony cabin. So it was a inside cabin with a virtual balcony. What does that mean? As you know, and as I've talked about in many videos before, there are different kinds of cabins on a cruise ship. There are balcony cabins where you can open the door and go outside and look out at the ocean. And actually on the Harmony and on several of the larger classes of Royal Caribbean ships, they have balconies that look to places other than the ocean, but still outside, actually. And then there are ocean view cabins where you have a window, but a window that you can't open, so no fresh air. And then there are inside cabins, and those are usually the most economical ways to cruise. And then you have no window, no balcony, just walls, you know? Some people compare it to being in a closet, and I can understand that, but I haven't spent much time in the closet since, college. Anywho, my cabin on the Harmony was a virtual balcony cabin. So think of an inside cabin, a very tastefully designed inside cabin, and then one wall of it is like a curtain that you can open and close, and behind the curtain is a gigantic television screen that shows outside, and it looks like a balcony. And I have to tell you guys, it really kind of looks real. I was more than pleasantly surprised with what it was like to stay in this kind of cabin. And I would recommend anybody, if you don't have the budget for a real balcony cabin and you're cruising on a ship that offers some kind of virtual porthole or virtual balcony, go for it, because it was really a nice substitute for a real balcony. Of course, there's no fresh air, and that's one of the things that I like the most about having a balcony, is being able to open the door, go outside in the daytime or the nighttime and breathe fresh air, feel what the temperature's like and stuff like that. But like I said, it was a really nice substitute, and I don't know how many ships offer the entire wall was the screen. You know what I mean? And I made videos about the cabin, and I will try to remember to link them in the description below so you can watch those videos as well. I know a lot of the Disney ships, in fact maybe all of the Disney Cruise Line ships, have virtual portals where it's like a window. But like I said, the Harmony, it was like the whole wall, so that was really nice. Okay, moving on to number 2. The second thing, and these are not really in any particular order, but the second thing that I really liked about the Harmony of the Seas was, of course, the water slides. Yes, Royal Caribbean listened to a video that I made several years ago telling them that if they wanted to step up their game, the next thing they have to do is start adding water slides to their ships. So they watched that video, I'm sure they did, and I'm sure it's because of that video that they started adding water slides to their ships. And the Harmony of the Seas has a really great selection of water slides, and the placement of them on the ship above this Central Park area, and I'm going to talk about Central Park in a second, is just majestic. If you're down in Central Park looking up at these water slides, it's just a really, really cool visual display. If you watch my series, my playlist from the videos on the Harmony of the Seas, you'll know I didn't get to do all the water slides because I had a little accident and ended up having to get stitches on my foot, or in my foot. I got stitches here. So I didn't get to do all the water slides, unfortunately, but they looked cool, and I just love water slides. It's something that I love to have as part of the fun options when I'm on a cruise ship. And also, if you want to see the whole thing unfold with me cutting open my foot, getting the stitches from the doctor on the ship, and how that all went down, I will link those videos in the description as well. Or you can just search YouTube for stitches on a cruise ship, and I'm pretty sure that my video will pop up. I love water slides on cruise ships so much that if I am on a cruise on a ship that doesn't have water slides, it really feels like something's missing. Moving on. As I mentioned, there is an area on the ship called Central Park. And I guess maybe at this point it would be good to tell you a little bit about the way the ship is set up, because if you never really looked at it and if you never cruised on this class of ship, it's a little bit different than a normal cruise ship because it has like two, I don't know, what would you call them? Flanks. So like if you're looking at the ship from the top, like say like you're in the air right now and you're looking straight down at the ship, a normal cruise ship, it goes like this. And then you've got, like the pool in the middle, and then maybe at the back you've got the water slides and stuff like that. Well, the Oasis class of ships, including the Harmony of the Seas, it has like two of those. And then in the middle, there's like a canyon. And in one part of that canyon is the area called Central Park. And what it is it's like a park with real gardens and real trees and vines and flowers and stuff like that. And it's really peaceful, and it's sort of like an oasis that you can go to that I can't really compare to any other area on any other ship that I've been on, just because at any time of the day, it's like peaceful and quiet. There might be like some like live, like a jazz ensemble there, but nothing about it then is like, like aggressive or energetic. And sometimes that is exactly what you're looking for when you're on vacation. You know what I mean? And especially at night, like after dinner, or, after the show or whatever, that is just a great place to go to like have, your nightcap from the bar, just, sit down on a bench under the stars, look up at the cool water slides or the stars or whatever. And I just really, really appreciated that area of the ship. Also, there is a restaurant in there, like a counter service restaurant, where they had good food and like food for takeaway, which is also something I hadn't seen on any other ship until then. What I mean is, like you can get sandwiches and salads that are like already wrapped up, so you can bring them up to the pool with you. Nice. All right, I've got two more things on this list that I want to share with you. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little ad right here. Did it work? This has also been a topic of discussion on my channel for a while since I started doing this. If the videos are over 10 minutes, then YouTube allows you to put like a secondary ad in. And some YouTubers go way overboard with this, and then they put like 8 ads in a 10-minute video. That bugs me. I promise you guys I will never do that. But, just so I can get a little further ahead, I like to add one extra little commercial break in the middle. And a lot of you guys write to say that you never see them, and then some people write to say that you do see them. And I have absolutely no idea why some people do and some people don't. So, I don't know. Did you see one today? And if you did, what was it an ad for? Write it in the comments below. Okay, the final 2 points that I wanted to talk about on this list, and like I said, no particular order, but something that I think is a huge advantage to cruising on such a huge ship is the fact that there is just so much pool space. This is something that I think Royal Caribbean does so much better than NCL. You guys know most of the cruises I've done have been either on NCL or on Royal Caribbean. And I can't think of any NCL ship that has a better pool area than just about every Royal Caribbean ship I've been on. Especially the Harmony of the Seas. There were just like, I can't even, out of my memory, I can't count how many pools there are. There's at least 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 very large pool areas, including 2 indoor pool areas at least one indoor pool area way at the front of the ship, which is supposed to be the adults only area, which wasn't really enforced, or was it? I don't know. Tangent. And so, you know how it's been also a topic I've discussed in recent videos as well about my visit to Gran Canaria, you know, having to get up early and then go put your stuff on a chair so you can be sure that you're gonna get a chair at all. And that is not what my experience was like on the Harmony at all. The pool areas are just so vast that it's just not an issue, at least not on the cruise I was on. So huge advantage to cruising on the Harmony of the Seas or any of the Oasis class ships. You've just got so much pool and sun area that it shouldn't be a problem, at least it wasn't for me, to find a nice sun chair. Okay, the final thing I want to talk about, and this is something that probably won't surprise most of you if you've watched my videos for a while and you know my background, and that is the shows. OMG, the shows on the Harmony were so amazing, and there were so many options that I didn't even get to see all of them. Going to see the live shows is something that Marcus and I, that is like a priority when we are on a cruise. You know, some people say the priorities are they want to go to all the specialty restaurants. Some people have the priority that they want to do like all the activities, you know, like mini golf, go-karts, and all those kind of things. Those are things that interest us as well, but we definitely go to see a show every night and try to see every show that's offered. And yeah, on the Harmony of the Seas, it wasn't possible because there were too many. And I guess that can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. You know, I think nobody likes to leave a vacation feeling like they didn't get to see everything they wanted to see. But at the same time, it's also nice to know that that you're not gonna get bored. You're not gonna run out of things to do and then be like,
what are we gonna do tonight?
The Oasis class of ships have true like Broadway shows, like shows that you've heard of and that have run on Broadway, like Grease and Mamma Mia and things like that. They also have originally produced Broadway style musicals that you won't be able to see anywhere else, and the level of talent that I saw was amazing. Then they also have really fantastically produced ice shows with like world-class ice dancers and ice skaters. And I mean, how often do you get to see something like that anywhere, albeit on a cruise ship? And yes, I just said albeit. Who says albeit? I did. Then, at the back of the ship, you have this totally innovative, one-of-a-kind aqua theater where they do shows involving singing, dancing, and acrobatics and diving into this pool stage. And the only other place I've ever seen a show similar to that is in Las Vegas. And just in case you're wondering, yes, all of these shows are included in the price of your cruise. You might have to make a reservation, but you don't have to pay anything to go see them. And I mean, if you spend a week in Las Vegas or a week in New York and go to see a live show at this level every night, it's gonna cost you as much as it's gonna cost, or maybe even more, to go on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? So why not just go on a cruise and then get all that stuff as a bonus, right? And that's my list of 5 things. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think of the points that I put on this list and what you would add to the list. Like if we were gonna say 5 more things, what would the 5 more things that would be awesome about cruising on the Harmony of the Seas or the Oasis class of ships? And what if we were to change the title and say like 5 things I hated about this class of ship? I couldn't think of 5 things, but if we were gonna do it, like if you've cruised on the Harmony or the Oasis class, were there things that like you hated about that huge of a ship? Let me know in the comments below. And now comes the time on Sunday Sofa Time, where I comment on your comments live on air. Just a few days ago, on Friday, I posted a video tour of my suite or room at the Lobazan Costa Milenares Resort on the Spanish island of Gran Canaria. That was a long description. That was the last trip I was on, and I think if you've been watching this series, you'll see more and more that the resort was all about the amazing pool area and access to the beach and stuff, and a little bit less about the actual room. But so these comments are related to that video. The first comment is from Lisa Anderson. Lisa writes, okay, that wallpaper is amazing. I kinda really love it. What? If you haven't watched the video yet, you guys, go watch the video and look at the wallpaper in the bathroom. It's just like, there is not anything I can't think of anything that more fits the description of random than that wallpaper. And I mean, yeah, I guess it does have something really special about it. You don't see something like that every day. I just can't imagine where I would want to put something that busy and random in my house. But Lisa, if you want to do it, go for it. Magic Apples writes, have you not complained just to see how fast they deal with the complaints? That would be interesting to see what they do. Good review. Would love to know though, and how they respond to your concerns. So Magic Apples is talking about there were 2 outlets in the room that didn't work, and one of them was like falling out of the wall. And I was saying that like for a 4+ star resort, and it was not inexpensive, that I should have just complained about it. And to answer your question, I did. I wouldn't say I complained about it. I just mentioned it at the front desk. I said, you know, I have a small problem in the room and, you know, I can deal with it, but maybe somebody should look at it. And I told them that the 2 outlets didn't work. And yeah, nobody came to fix it, but I did get a note, an apology saying that they were sorry that about the condition of the room. Nothing, I didn't get anything offered, any discount or anything, but an apology. So what do you guys think about that? Was that a good way to deal with a problem like that or not from the resort side? Final comment is from Pamela Wiggins. That reminds me of, do any of you guys know the Carol Burnett show? There was a character on there, she played a secretary called Mrs. Huygens. Remember that? So Pamela Huygens writes, Morgan, you're supposed to critique. I like your fussy ways. Tell Marcus you do it for us. Inquiring minds want to know. Love that pool. It's everything. So Pamela, I wrote back to you on YouTube too, but what she's talking about is I say that it doesn't matter how fantastic a room or a meal or, you know, a beach or anything is. I can always find something that could be improved. And then I talk about it. And I was saying about how Marcus, you know, Marcus thinks that I'm just never happy. And so, Pamela, thanks for being on my side. I'll tell mean old Marcus what you said. And that's it, everybody. Let's try that again. And that's it, everybody. Thanks for spending this part of your Sunday with me. I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can check me out at patreon.com/veryunofficial if you want to see some extra videos and extra information that I don't post. Oh, do you see this thing floating here? Can you see that? It's like some kind of fiber just floating, like I'm like David Copperfield. Anyways, what was I talking about? Tangent! Patreon.com/veryunofficial is where you can get some extra videos that I don't post anywhere else and also give me a little help in return. And I look forward to seeing you back here on Friday or Sunday of next week. Are you coming? Please? Please be here!